Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back to another episode of Minecrafting Things. And in today's episode, we're starting a brand new series again. I'm starting another new series, and this one, as you can probably tell by some of the stuff in my inventory, is not regular Minecraft. It's actually a mod pack on top of Minecraft called Feed the Beast. And I don't know, I'm not probably talking to very many people who don't know what Feed the Beast is. It's very popular at the moment. A lot of YouTubers are taking up the reins of Feed the Beast and playing that, and I can see why. Now that I've started playing Feed the Beast, and a lot of you are probably getting the same feeling, but now that once you start playing it, it's very hard to stop and go back to regular Minecraft, because this just adds so many more items, and you know it's a lot more fun, in my opinion anyway. And so I'm going to be playing this for a while, and so I thought I'd be starting a new series on it, because I know a lot of people are probably interested in seeing it and getting started, and hopefully I can cater to a lot of audiences, as to people who have no idea what Feed the Beast is and people who are better than me, because this is my very first time playing the Feed the Beast. So I'm not very good at it myself, and as you can see, because some of these houses aren't even finished yet, this server is brand new. The server was just started, and so a lot of our houses aren't finished. This is my house over here. My house is getting pretty near to completion. The only thing I really want to add, I know you can't really see, but my house has a hole. Nope, no, hang on, wait. Let's go in here so you can actually see. It has a hole in the roof, and there's a hole through my entire house. And what I want to do is get a beacon block. So I have to fight a wither for that, but I want to get a beacon, and I want it to shoot straight through the top of my castle. And I think that'll be the last finishing touch that I'll need on my castle to make it look exactly how I want it. But yeah, this is a YouTube server, so everyone on here also has a YouTube channel. So everyone's house you see here, there's 8 of us. I know there isn't 8 houses yet. Everyone isn't quite set up. I heard just this morning on Skype, someone sent me a message saying that he just got back from Mardi Gras, and that's the reason he hasn't played on the server yet. So everyone hasn't even been on the server yet, but if you want to know who's on the server, I'm pretty sure that hopefully before I upload this video, I'll remember to add them to my featured channels in my channel page, so you can find them there. But anyway, if that creeper's gone, where did that creeper go? I know, he'll probably blow me up later. We can start going inside my house. As you can see, I don't have any stairs or anything in my house. It's just holes in the roof and floors everywhere, so my house is pretty much solely based off having a jetpack. You need a jetpack to be able to sort of fly around in here. But that's okay. It's not too bad for me, because I always have jetpacks. I've got a couple of spare jetpacks too, and it kind of needs a charge up at the moment. So let's take it off, and let's charge it up in my MFE. And MFE is kind of like a battery, in a way, for people who don't know. And it stores energy for you, and to make energy, there's a few different ways you can do it. And by a few, I mean a lot, actually. There's a lot of different ways, but the way I've gone with is pretty green. I'm not, using diesel engines or anything. I'm not burning oil and fuel or anything. This is, I'm using windmills. That's what those things up there, I've got 10 of them. And I've also got solar panels. Solar panels make you energy too. I've only got a couple of solar panels because they're very hard to make. I had no idea how hard they were to make. This is the MindCrack version of Feed the Beast, and on the MindCrack version of Feed the Beast, everything's a lot harder to make. So yeah, this is how I'm making my energy. My energy comes down here, and I've got cables going to my 3 MFEs. That's what they're called. And my MFEs hold battery for me. I just made this one just then. So as you can see, it's starting to gain energy. And I made that because my other 3 are full. And if your 3 MFEs are full, well, if my 3 MFEs are full, and I'm still making energy, it's not getting stored anywhere, so all that energy is going to waste. So I just had to make another one. And I think what I want to make later is something called an MFSU, is that what it's called? Yep, an MFSU. And that'll store, I think, 1 million rather than 600,000, so I'll be able to store a lot more energy that way. And it actually takes an MFE to minute, and I do believe, yeah, it takes Lapotron crystals, which I don't think are too hard to make, as long as you can use electronic circuits. Oh, you can. Awesome. Okay, yeah, they're pretty easy to make. So I'll probably get an MFSU sometime in the future. And anyway, this is my rare sort of items chest. What I want to make is a personal safe as well. I don't know how hard they are to make. Personal safe. Oh, very easy to make. Very, very easy to make. And a personal safe is like a chest that only you can access. So that'd be something really cool that I'd like to make, so that not that people, I expect everyone to take all my diamonds and stuff, but just to keep it a little bit more safe, because I think it could actually survive like TNT explosions and stuff like that. I think the chest can't be destroyed. And something else that's in here is a nuke. I don't know how, they're probably very hard to make. Oh yes, they are. They are very hard to make. But yeah, a nuke is just, it's like a super TNT. I think it's the same as having, I don't know, like 200 pieces of TNT go off at once. And it destroys the area, and it gives you like radiation poisoning and stuff. And yeah, it destroys a lot of stuff. So anyway, what I want to do this episode, even though we're pretty far into it already, because I've been rambling, I wanted to do a quarry. And what a quarry is, I know a lot of people probably know, because this is one of the very, great ways to mine. What a quarry does is it mines out an area straight down to bedrock for you. So you can choose, like a 16 by 16 area, or even up to like a 64 by 64 area. And it will mine everything down to bedrock, and it will get all the items for you and store them in chests for you, as long as you, supply it with chests and stuff. So that's what I wanted to make today, but I don't know if we have enough resource. I just died in a cave down there, and I sort of lost everything I had. So what I actually wanted to do was just before we did the quarry, and we might save the quarry for next episode, I'm not sure, but what I wanted to do was quickly go mining. And what about mining is cool that I wanted to show you guys is something that a lot of people probably, they probably know, but for those of you who are new to Feed the Beast, you probably won't know. But there's a cool way you can do mining, and that's using something called Computercraft. Now, whether you're familiar with Feed the Beast, or you might just know Computercraft in general as a separate mod, because that was a pretty popular mod, but it has something called these mining turtles here. What is that down there? Oh, there's a lot of bad things down there. These mining turtles, what they do is actually, let's backspace this. They run a list of programs. So everything you see here, these are some pre-built programs that comes with these mining turtles. And the one I want to use is called Tunnel. So I'm going to use Tunnel 55, and these things just run off coal. And what it'll do when I type in Tunnel 55 is it'll tunnel 55 blocks that way, and it'll store everything in its inventory. So if I go into its inventory, see how it's picking up all the cobblestone? So it'll mine everything out in a straight line that way. And I'm going to do the same with this one. So I've just refueled it. To refuel it, you just have to place some coal in it and type in refuel, and it will refuel it. So now I'm going to type in Tunnel 55, and it'll also tunnel 55 blocks that way. And I can sort of watch it as it goes, and anything it misses, so like, ores on the wall and stuff, I can follow it and just mine it out myself with a sapphire pick or my diamond drill. And a diamond drill is really cool, actually, for those of you who don't know about it. But a diamond drill can, you just have to charge it with electricity, so that'd be from my windmills and stuff, and it never runs out. You can, it's like you never have to waste ores on a pick again. And this is copper. Copper is something, this is the reason I'm mining so high up. That's for the reason I'm not going down so low. It's to try and find copper and tin, because that's what I'm very low on at the moment. And you want to, for copper and tin, you want to mine around level 40, something like that. And this is what tin looks like, so I also want that. For those of you wondering, this right here is what's called zirconium, and what zirconium is really cool. I might actually show you guys really quickly. Zirconium. So this is zirconium here, and what it is you get it in these tiny little zirconium shards, I guess you could call them, and you can and you can craft them into all these different kinds of blocks. So these are the ones you might have already seen in my base. These are called the zirconite bricks, and they look like that. You can just get them in block form. You can get them in all these different kinds of patterns, and they're all animated. I know it's very hard to see on YouTube because, that YouTube shits on the quality, but you might be able to see it on this one, but they're all animated. So as they sit there, they sort of glow and change colors and stuff, and they look really cool, so they're really nice looking blocks. Anyway, yep, this is now done. So as you can see, it says add more fuel to continue, and the reason that it says that is because it takes a lot of fuel trying to mine out all these pieces of gravel, and so it's used up all the coal that it's dug out, and it still needs to go further, but it can't. So I'm just going to tell it, I'm just going to let it stop now, and you can individually take everything out. So I took more tin, I can take this cinnabar ore out by clicking it, or you can simply just break it and everything will drop, and you can pick up everything including the turtle. So let's go through here. I've made a little passageway so I can get here. Might as well light this up too. I might get this zirconium as well, even though I've got a little bit of green left at home. And I don't know, ooh, got coal. What I was really after is coal. I really want coal, tin, and copper. So I got a little bit, but I don't want to do too much mining today, so let's go back home. Alright, so now that we're back at the house, I can hopefully try and introduce you to what I was trying to talk about before. This machine over here is something we haven't looked at yet, but this is called the Macerator. Now, what the Macerator does, if I can grab some of these overclockers from over here, I'll just throw that on the ground for now. What a Macerator will do, oh, that's my industrial centrifuge, is take any ore you get. So let's just say I just mined out this 20 iron ore in that last mining trip. I can place it in my Macerator, and what it will do is take a little bit of energy. So as you can see, it's taking it from my first MFE here. I'm slowly losing power. Oh, and now I'm gaining it back. So it's going to take energy from my MFEs, and it's going to macerate it. So as you can see, I lose 1, but I get 2 iron dust. See that? So every time I lose 1, I'll get 2. So this will go up to 10. And I can take each one of these iron dusts, and when I put them in an electric furnace, or any furnace for that matter, after it smelts, what I'll get back is an ingot. So effectively, I'm doubling the effectiveness of my last mining trip. So I'm going to try and actually, I won't do that and bore you guys. I'm just going to load all this into my hopper. So I'm going to like put my tin and copper. No, I won't smelt that. I just want to smelt that for now. So if you don't know what a hopper does, it just drops. It'll drop you know, the next ore into here after this is done. And you should know what a hopper is because it's in vanilla Minecraft. Oh, it's not yet. 1.5 isn't out. So I'm just going to put some of this stuff away. Over here I have sort of my magical sort of items, and that's all to do with Computercraft, I guess. And I want to show you this too. But Computercraft is it's a mod that it's based around magic and stuff like that, making magic wands and stuff. And I also store my zirconium in here as well. But I haven't dabbled in this at all yet, really. Someone gave me this, and this is really cool. It's like a torch, but it kind of looks like a little flame. Yeah, I really like that. But anyway, as I said, I want to sort of dabble into this a little bit later, and hopefully some of you guys, if any of you guys know anything about Feed the Beast and know anything about Computercraft, you can hopefully help me out. But let's have a look at, I keep throwing that on the ground, let's have a look at this portal gun. And if any of you are familiar with the game Portal, you'll know what this is. But I found this in a dungeon chest just yesterday, or not yesterday, maybe it was 2 days ago actually. And what it does is exactly what it does in... see, I get that zoom? It's exactly what it does in the Portal, the game. So I can shoot any portal anywhere, and then I can shoot a portal, say, over here. And I can use it to travel between portals. And now I'm over here. And at any time I can press R, and it will retract both portals. And just like in the game, you can click the middle mouse button, and it will it'll zoom. I thought that was a nice touch because it does that in the game as well. And so I don't really know any great uses for this yet. I know that things like this, making an animal farm, rather than using weight to try and drag your animals back from somewhere, you can just shoot this here, or make a roof and shoot it on the roof, and then you can sort of come across to animals and then sort of just shoot under them, and then they'll instantly be transported to here. And that's a really easy way to sort of grab animals and bring them around places. So yeah, what I want to do now is set up my quarry. So let me try and just put some of this stuff away. So these are called barrels, and what they do is they can store 64 stacks of any item you put in them, but they can only store one kind of item. So I have at the moment just barrels for dirt and cobblestone, because obviously that's what you get a lot of. So I can double click and it'll take all the cobblestone out of my inventory and place it in the chest. And if you left click them, it'll give you a stack. If you right click them, it will put any item that you have in your inventory into them. You can also shift click and it'll just give you one of that item. But you know, we just want to store it for now. Okay, so let me just quickly put all this stuff away that I gathered from my mining trip, and I'll get back to you in a second. Okay guys, and we're back. So what I want to do just before we wrap up the episode, as it's winding down here, is make what's called a quarry. And we're going to need a few things for the quarry. So one of the things I want to make really quickly is an advanced circuit, and they're not too hard to make. All you need is 2 bits of lapis, 2 bits of glowstone, and 4 bits of redstone on top of your electronic circuit, and it makes an advanced circuit. Now, the last thing we need that I don't have for a quarry is one of these diamond gears. And the reason I didn't make one of them is just because I wanted to show you how much resources actually goes into trying to make a quarry. It's a serious amount of resources. So first you only need 4 sticks to make a wooden gear, and that's pretty easy. Then you need to make a stone gear. Then you need to make an iron gear. And then you need to make a gold gear, all of which takes 4 resources of each. And then finally, to make a diamond gear, you actually need to use 4 diamonds to make the gear. And so that gives us 2 diamond gears. So now we can finally make it. So we need our advanced circuit. I don't really know the pattern for this. Okay, so we need 2 gold, 3 iron gears, 2 diamond gears, and I'm going to sacrifice my diamond drill here, but we need to use a diamond drill, and we get a quarry. And just so you know, the diamond drill isn't easy to make either. The diamond drill actually takes a mining drill to make, which is steel, which is pretty hard to get, a battery, and another, or any of these different items, I guess, but electronic circuit's the easiest of those. And then to make a diamond drill, you need to use 3 diamonds or diamond dust. You need another advanced circuit, and you also need titanium, which is pretty hard to get if you don't have an industrial electrolyzer, which is a machine that's also very expensive to make. So all in all, quarry, very expensive machine to make. And hopefully I should be able to go outside just before we wrap up the episode, and I can show you how it works just on the grass out here. Just before this angry zombie dies, if I can get him to hit me. See that? He took off 4.5 hearts. The way to tell an angry zombie is he's got those glowing red eyes. And that's how you know he's an angry zombie. And if I can get this guy to die... Die! There we go. Right, so sometimes they can drop zombie brains as well. But maybe we'll get into that in a different episode. So anyway, let me show you what a quarry does. And I've got my wrench here so that I can pick it up. But if I place it here, you'll see that it makes this giant frame, and this says the quarry at, that's the coordinates, will keep 4 chunks loaded. So placing it here will keep 4 chunks loaded. Clearly this is in the middle of 4 chunks. Normally you can place it and only have 1 chunk loaded. But what it'll do, it'll keep all these chunks loaded, so even if no one's nearby, and even if no one's even on the server for that matter, it'll keep mining, and it'll mine all the way down to bedrock in this area. And all you have to do is supply it with a little bit of power, or MJ, which stands for Minecraft joules, which you can usually just get by, you know, an engine. So running a steam engine or combustion engine or some sort of engine will get it running, and it'll then mine all the way down to bedrock. And this top thing here, this is where the items will be shot out of, and so you can just hook up some pipes and then lead the pipes into chests, and eventually I want to move it all over to my house to have it all stored so I don't have to go mining personally myself. So let's pick this back up with my wrench. Can I pick it back up? I cannot. How do you pick up a... Let's see, what I don't want to do is use my pick and realise that I've just wasted all that stuff, realising you can't pick it up. So I'm going to assume you can just pick it up with a pick by how fast it's getting mined there. But I'm just going to look it up before I do that. So anyway, this is going to be the end of my very first episode of Feed the Beast, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. And I know this can be a lot overwhelming if you know, you haven't seen Feed the Beast or even played it for that matter before. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully you guys will stick around for, you know, another episode or two. If you do like what you've seen and you want to see some more episodes of this or any of my other series, please subscribe. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Let's cut to the outro. Make sure that you don't forget to like the video. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, because that helps me out a lot, and I like it when people like my videos. Please subscribe if you're new around here, and also I'm really sorry that I'm sick again. I know I was sick in the last video. I'm still sick. I got this really bad cold, and it's really annoying, but hopefully it goes away soon and I'll start to sound the way I used to again. If you guys want to check out either of my previous 2 videos down the bottom there, you can click those. They'll open in new windows, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Catch you, cunts.